how to make homemade glue. This stuff was amazing. It is plastic-free, palm oil-free, vegan, cruelty-free, zero waste, and huge big company-free. And whatever you want to avoid, I can almost guarantee it was free of that. It was so good and it was so simple. So basically, I found this recipe on My Plastic Free Life. And the reason I was there was because I was doing a Halloween costume and I wanted to use paper mache to make a lot of it. So I needed paper mache paste. But it turns out paper mache paste is glue. Like, you could use it for so many other things. I can't tell you how well it would work on certain materials. It would definitely work on paper and cardboard. I don't know if it would work on fabric or wood or plastic or anything that way, but for the majority of just normal crafting, paper and cardboard, so good. And also made a really nice paper mache glue. So it was so simple. It was half a cup of flour. I used unbleached. Apparently if you use whole wheat, it might not be as sticky. Okay, so this was already such a simple recipe and I just made it even more simple and even more lazy. So what I was supposed to do was take a bowl, fill it with the flour, add the cold water, stir it into a paste, and then slowly add it to the boiling water while stirring it constantly. I couldn't be bothered. I was in a rush, I had costumes to make. So I just threw the flour into the saucepan, added all the water, and then boiled it. And it was fine. Nothing bad happened. Cooked it for about 5 minutes and kept on stirring it constantly until the paste was thick and smooth. And then once it was cool, it was good to go straight away. And also, when I was applying it, I didn't have any brushes and I wasn't going to buy them just for this. So I ended up just like soaking the paper in it and just getting really messy with my hands. And honestly, if you are doing paper mache as an adult, I strongly recommend not using a brush because it was so fun. Such a child. Something I did find was over time it would get sort of lumpy. Really easy fix, I just threw it in the blender. I never found the need to add more flour, but if it was too watery, it'd be really easy to just add more flour. Honestly, this is so foolproof. And also my glue, I was doing, it took me so long to make this fancy dress. My glue lasted for at least 2 to 3 weeks. And I would just use it and then I kept it in a little jar and I just put the jar on and put it in the fridge when I wasn't using it overnight and then get it back out again, and it was absolutely fine. I saw no signs of mold or anything like that. If you do want it to last longer, I am sure there will be recipes where you can add salt or other things like that to stop it breaking down. But I was only going to wear my fancy dress costume once and then I was planning on composting it, so that wasn't something I looked into. The only other thing I need glue for in my life is gluing down my eyebrows. Which most people use glue sticks. I mean, that's got to be a video one day. I've just got to try and see if, of course it wouldn't work. Of course, but how much wouldn't it work? Like, could it still have an effect? Or like, you know when people, I'm so into my fancy dress, or you know when people put like, what is it? It's like liquid latex on their face, then it goes all wrinkly. Like, I wonder if you could do that with it. So many possibilities. But yeah, don't get me wrong, this is not super glue. It's not really hardcore. I mean, we're literally talking about flour and water here. Like, it has its limitations. But considering how sticky it is with paper and cardboard when it's just flour and water is amazing. That's literally it. That's all there was. So that makes it fully compostable. I mean, even if you didn't have access to composting, I guess you could just put it down the toilet. Like, there's no reason to send it to landfill. And also, as an adult, if you don't have a reason to paper mache, I strongly recommend coming up with one because it was so fun. I had the best time ever. And also, it was really high quality glue. Like, there was no signs of it peeling or anything like that. It was rock solid. Oh, I wonder if you could use it as a varnish. I think I've said literally everything I could possibly say about homemade glue. It's like, it's such a simple concept. It's such a simple video. I'm sorry it's so short, but what else is there to say? It's amazing. Try it. And that's it. Thank you so much to everyone who subscribed. I'm genuinely so grateful. Like, it sounds so sad, but I'm literally watching the little subscriber count go up every single day. Like, I'm so happy. Thank you. And if you like eco things and you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you subscribe too. And that's it. I'll see you next week. Bye!